Hi, all. Good morning. How are you? Have you all completed last lesson notes? Okay, that's good. So, what we have learned in last lesson? Yes, we discussed about the importance of protecting our nature, right? In today's class, we are going to discuss about an animal. Do you have any guess which animal it is? Yes, in today's class, we are going to discuss about gorillas. Have you seen gorillas? Yes? Then what were they doing when you saw them? Can you explain about it? Yes, you might have watched some videos regarding gorillas, right? The author begins the story by telling that most of the people believe that gorillas are frightening, aggressive animals. Why the people believe like that? Yes, there was a movie years ago named King Kong. It described about a gorilla which was running freely in New York City, and that gorilla destructed many houses in that city. Then after that, finally the gorilla got shot down by an aircraft. But after this movie, most of the people believe that the gorillas are very aggressive and they always attack people. Actually, after this movie, the gorillas got a bad name, which they do not deserve. Actually, gorillas live in the wild and they are very shy and gentle creatures. And they are very protective. They love their family very much. And whenever they want to protect their family from some enemies, they get angry and they attack the enemies. Okay. The author's first introduction to gorillas was with Gay. Gay was a very famous gorilla in London Zoo. The headkeeper looked after Gay very well. He was a wise man. He had great knowledge about primates. What is primates? Yes, group of animals including humans and monkeys. Okay, and he knew much about gorillas, and he had a very nice, very good relationship with Gabe, and he used to play with it. That astonished everyone who visited the zoo. Okay, but when he was new to the zoo, he was invited by the headkeeper to have tea. And while they were having tea, he explained about his skills with primates, especially about Gay, the gorilla. And the author got really astonished when he heard that, when the headkeeper told that he used to play with the enormous animal. And the author was really interested to know about that mysterious story. Okay? There is a word, intrigue, which means very interested because it seemed mysterious. Okay, so after this, the headkeeper took a piece of hose pipe which was fitted neatly in his pocket. Then the author asked, "What is that for?" At that time, the headkeeper told that gorillas don't like snakes. So, when I want Gay to stop playing with me, I produce this hose pipe. Then he will move backward and I can leave the den. Gay believed that it was a snake and he was afraid of snakes, so he stopped playing with the headkeeper and entered his inner den. Okay, so the headkeeper told that after feeding, you just come here, then I will show you what I play with this, what I do with this hose pipe. So the author returned after feeding, and at that time, the headkeeper entered Gay's cage and they started playing. It was a soft play in the beginning, but after that, he came outside. Gay, the gorilla, came outside, and he really wanted to play outside with the headkeeper. So both the headkeeper and the gorilla went outside to play. So our author also arrived outside. After some time, the author thought that the play was getting little tough, but the headkeeper was not ready to stop playing. His pride didn't allow him to stop playing with the gorilla. Gay picked up the headkeeper by his collar and seat of pants, and he started dusting the floor. Okay, and he was doing that as a fun, and the headkeeper was out of breath, and he was getting more than he had bargained for. What is the meaning of this phrase? More than he had bargained for. It means something more and worse than he had expected. Okay, actually the headkeeper hadn't expected this, and he also forgot to keep his hosepipe in his pocket. So he murmured, "Get the hosepipe, get the hosepipe." The author realized that the headkeeper had forgotten to keep his hosepipe in his pocket, so he rushed to the canteen and he collected the hosepipe, and he went the outside cage and he pointed the hosepipe to gorilla. At that time, the gorilla was thoroughly dusting the headkeeper. When the author pointed the hosepipe at the gorilla, it worked like a charm. Worked like a charm means happened as they expected. He dropped the headkeeper and rushed to the cage, and he was not ready to come outside. He believed that it was a snake and he was afraid of snakes. He was not ready to come outside after seeing the hosepipe. Then what was the condition of headkeeper? Yes, he was going through a difficult situation. He was like pink and shaken, and he got dirt and dust on his body because the gorilla was dusting him on the floor. Okay. So what do you think about the feeling of the headkeeper after this incident? Yes, he said that, "As you can see, sir, I have a perfect understanding with gorillas." Okay, so from this lesson, we can understand that gorillas are very gentle and they are also playful, but they don't know their own strength. In the last lesson, we discussed about what is an adjective and types of adjectives, right? In this lesson, we are going to discuss about what is an adverb and types of adverbs. Okay? Okay, then what's an adverb? Yes, an adverb is a word that modifies a verb or an adjective or an adverb in a sentence. Okay, what is that? An adverb is a word that modifies a verb or an adjective or an adverb in a sentence. It usually tells us how, where, when, why, to what extent, and how often something occurs. The five types of adverbs are adverb of manner, adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, and adverb of degree. Now let's discuss one by one. First one is adverb of manner. So it indicates how something is done. Adverb of manner shows how something is done, how an action is done. For example, she sang beautifully. Here she sang how? Beautifully. So that happened beautifully. That action was happened beautifully. How something is done. Okay. What about the other examples? They played well. How they played? Well, they played well. She shouted angrily. How she shouted? Angrily. We danced joyfully. How we danced? Joyfully. So it shows how something is done. That is what? Adverb of manner. The second type of adverb is adverb of time. It indicates when something happens. It indicates when something happens. Look at these examples. We are going now. We are going now. When we are going now. I was sleeping then. When I was sleeping, yes, then. I was sleeping then. It shows time. I slept late the previous night. When I slept, yes, I slept late the previous night. She came at around 9 a.m. When she came, yes, at around 9 a.m. He stayed for a while and left. Okay, when he left, he stayed for a while and left. So it shows time. Next one is adverb of place. And here we get the answer for where something happens. That is what adverb of place. Look at these examples. She will stay there for 5 days. She will stay there. There is an adverb of place. He is sitting here in my room. In this sentence, the adverb of place is here. He is sitting here in my room. It is situated in Delhi. Where it is situated? Yes, in Delhi. They will stay in Hotel Travis. So, where they will stay? In Hotel Travis. So, it is an example for adverb of place. We will get the answer for where. I work at Titan Corporation. So, where do I work? Yes, at Titan Corporation. So, we are getting the answer for where. The adverb of place. Okay. The next type of adverb is adverb of frequency. So what is adverb of frequency? Yes, it indicates how often something happens. How often something happens. Some examples are here. First one, the incubator turns each egg hourly. In this sentence, hourly is the adverb of frequency. It shows how often something happens. Second one, we take a vacation at least once annually. In this sentence, annually is the adverb of frequency. Okay. I usually shop for groceries on Saturday mornings. In this sentence, the adverb of frequency is usually. Okay, it does. What is the speciality of adverb of frequency? It doesn't show the exact time. Okay, it gives how often something happens. So in this sentence, usually is the adverb of frequency. He is often late for work. In this sentence, often is the adverb of frequency. Then tell which is the adverb of frequencies in next sentence. Yes, seldom. We seldom see John. Seldom means very rarely. Okay. My dentist told me I should brush daily. In this sentence, daily is the adverb of frequency. And the last type of adverb is adverb of degree. Then it shows how much or how complete an action is. So after an action, how much it was done or how complete it was. That is what adverb of degree. Now let's check some examples. These are some of the examples for adverb of degree. We can use the adverbs like extremely, quite, just, almost, very, to, and enough in adverb of degree. Okay, some examples are here. Okay, the dress was big enough for me. In this sentence, enough is the adverb of degree. He works too hard. Too is the adverb of degree. He runs very fast. Very is the adverb. He is extremely happy with his marks. Extremely is the adverb of degree. The day was quite normal. Quite is adverb of degree. So I hope you all understood what is an adverb and different types of adverbs also. Adverb of manner, adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, and adverb of degree. You can write what is adverb and different types with examples in your notebook. So here we have a listening activity. After listening to this audio, you can do the listening activity given in page 46, and based on this There is a writing activity also given in page 47. It is to write a summary. So listen carefully, and after this you can do both the listening and writing activities. Are you ready? Do you dream of working with animals? Neeraj Singh is a zookeeper. Listen to him talk about his work and why it really is as amazing as it sounds. As you listen, complete the notes in your book. So, here we start the audio. I am a mammal keeper at Hyderabad Zoo. I work mainly with carnivores. I have been at the zoo for nearly 3 years. I work an 8-hour day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., but there are always animal emergencies which keep me working even after hours. I love everything about my job. No matter what mood I wake up, the animals always manage to put a smile on my face. The best part about my job is the enrichment I make for the animals. Enrichment is about improving the animal's quality of life. So, this could be about building new structures, ponds, puzzles, and toys for the animals to play with. Anything that keeps the animals happy and occupied. I love that my days are so varied too. One day, I might be building a new platform for the lions, and the next day, cleaning out the otter pond. Plus, I am outside all day in all weathers, rain, hail, wind, sunshine, which I love. I have always had a keen interest in animals. When I was younger, I always had pets. And when I was only 14, I started volunteering with a local farm on Saturdays because I knew I wanted to work with animals. I studied animal management in college. I learned about domestic animals, livestock, and exotic animals. This was an excellent foundation for my career.